Hey Scorpio, welcome to She-ruhz Tarot. Welcome back to those that have been visitors or regular watchers, and welcome to those that are coming in as brand news just to take a taste and see if I'm the tarot reader for you or not. With all reads as of past couple of months or so that I've been doing reads, I'm allowing Spirit to just kind of take control of the messages. So this is a message for anybody that has Scorpio anywhere in their chart. May not, or it may or may not truly be your message, but it is directed to anybody that has Scorpio in their chart. This is a spirit-led message, which means I have not placed any intentions upon this deck other than requesting for Spirit to bring whatever message they feel is most important for you to receive at this time. I've been doing this for the past several months due to circumstances in the world alone. So whatever a spirit feels is most important, that's what we're bringing out. Okay, as with any and all messages, it's always encouraged for you to keep in mind that it is a spirit-led message, so therefore it's completely up to you whether you do or do not wish to take in this message or whether you wish to disregard it. Okay, so with that being said, this message can be in regards to something from the past Spirit wishes for you to learn from and possibly not repeat, something currently happening to give you guidance, something to come to give you a heads up about. And it can also be in regards to an individual that you're interacting with. If that's the case, that's where you use your discernment and decipher whether or not the message is directed to you about them or to them about you. And please remember, the message can be flip-flopped as well. It can be a message directed to you or to them. So please be sure to apply where appropriate, but as with any and all messages, please don't force any of this message to fit your situation. It should flow just like if you were to open a book from front to back. Okay? So with all that being said, I did bless the cards and I asked for Spirit to be with us to assist you in being able to receive the message if it is for you. And for it to be clear as a bell, so to speak, so that you can understand all the message that's coming through. And if it's a little garbly, then it's not necessarily your message. And that's when I encourage you to go observe your other natal chart zodiacs, because there may be something else there for you. And please allow your intuition to guide you. If you do that, let your intuition guide you. So whatever you feel most drawn to, let Spirit lead you to it. And if you feel drawn to more than one message, Spirit may have more than one message for you. So please keep all that in mind. So let's begin and find out what Spirit has to say for you, Scorpio. What kind of message Spirit wishes for you to receive today? Messages for Scorpio. Spirit, please. Messages for Scorpio. Any messages you have for Scorpio, please? We are doing a 3-card drop, which is recent past, right there, current circumstances, and what's to come. Okay. Bottom of the deck, which is the overall energy, all that glitters. So not everything's as sparkly and wonderful as you may think it is, okay? See that long old... If anybody's seen Clockwork Orange, hello, okay? For those that have not seen Clockwork Orange, this mask right here, it's worse than the devil. I mean, I'd take the devil over this dude, okay? So keep that in mind. That's the overall energy here, okay? Not everything's as beautiful as you seem to think, or where it's painted to be. So somebody can be painting themselves to look really good, or a picture can be taken of it. Realtors are really bad about this. They'll take only pictures of the house that's really good, or let's say the roof is leaking, so they'll do a downward shot to where it only shows the house itself and not the roof. So it entices you to come look at the place. So surprise, surprise, it was painted pretty when it really wasn't. You got to look for the hidden things in there. That's what that means, okay? So in the recent past, we have why. There was a questioning. some answers needed to be found. You had a question about something, looking for some guidance, looking for what should and shouldn't be done, what you need to do. Okay. Then we have the current circumstances, which is imagine, which is, you believe it, it will be. That's kind of where you're sitting right now. Is you're throwing it out to the universe. If it's to be, it will be, right? What's to come? We have unfinished symphony and message in a bottle. So again, we've sent out to the universe, and things aren't at full completion yet. So something needs to be completed. Well, let's get some clarification here and see if we can find out what's all this in reference to. So let's start with the why. Please clarify why. Recent past for Scorpio. Okay, so we have Menakel, which is the Seven of Swords. And my mind is kind of wandering right now because it's interesting that we have the book and the knowledge of good and evil. I love how that fell. That's interesting that it fell that way. It's the book of knowledge of good and evil with the question of why. Bottom of the deck we have the Nine of Wands. A revelation of mystery. Needing to keep pushing forward and struggling and pursuing to find those answers. So only you know what that's in reference to, but that's interesting that it fell that way. I am so curious. Only you know what that's referring to, but I am so curious as to what it is, but only you know. And it is seeking the answers to your question of good and evil. So please clarify imagine, current circumstances for Scorpio, please. Two of Pentacles. And again, that's that finding that balance. And you've sent it out to the universe. If it's to be, then it'll be, right? So here is that Two of Pentacles, which is also finding that counterbalance. Finding that counterbalance in this. And for this deck, it states receiving fame and fortune. Receiving all that you wish to have bestowed upon you. Finding that balance and receiving what you're seeking. Bottom of the deck we have Melahel, Four of Cups. Where an offer was brought to you and you turned your back on what wasn't good for you to receive what was good. Here we have, please clarify unfinished symphony and message in a bottle for Scorpio of possible outcome. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, that's how they felt, like that. So, with those being not flipped over. We're not accepting those. Oh, they're a side message. Okay, I just was told they're a side message. So, needing to go within yourself, the Hermit, to find an answer. And we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse and the Hierophant in reverse. So there was definitely some deception, some misleading, some misguidance occurring. And so you definitely needed to take some time, because there must have been a message that was brought to you and you just didn't know which direction to go, wasn't able to complete. That's why it's unfinished, because you need to go within yourself. This will be brought to you, but in the time to come, something will turn about from that. So it will become an unfinished situation because there's a message brought to you that causes you to go within yourself to seek some further answers. In regards to your stability, Four of Wands, and a need to leave the past behind, Eight of Cups. All right, let's find out what these little messages are here. So we have the Six of Pentacles here. On its side, it's at the 9 o'clock, heading towards being in reverse. So it's definitely obvious that somebody is not giving as much as the other one. Again, apply where it's appropriate with the roles. Then we have the Queen of Wands and Six of Swords. Somebody's pretty confident they're going to be successful, even though they're not putting forth their efforts. They're putting it on the other individual to put forth that effort. Now remember, this Four of Wands can be in reference to your family, your home life, your stability, your actual house, your children, your partner. It can be in reference to anything that is dear to you, that keeps you stable. So that is what that's referencing. But we have the Queen of Wands, and again, apply where appropriate. But the Queen of Wands, somebody is very confident, and makes basically snap decisions, but they're always successful when they make those snap decisions. And yeah, so they're deciding to leave the garbage behind because another one isn't giving as much, but the other one is believing that everything's working out just fine and dandy in my favor. So, with all that being said, yeah, there's something that's incomplete. It may be something in your past that needs to be readdressed. Only you know the situation, but right now, currently, everything's looking hunky-dory. There were answers in the past that you needed, maybe scenario, and I don't know. Again, I was just given the scenario as somebody in the past was wanting to get a divorce, and they needed to look within the hymnal, is what I just heard, to find their answers of whether or not it was okay. So here we are now. Things, we sent out to the universe, to God. We sent out the prayers to whomever you believe in, your higher power. You sent it out to the universe to, find that balance, to be successful, to be able to move towards whatever. And if it's not supposed to be, then it just won't be. So you were in a kind of a peaceful situation of, if I'm supposed to move forward, then I am. If I'm not, then I won't. Okay? And a lot of times that's the best place to be, is to just kind of go with the flow. But we must have moved on from this flow in regards to this, but something did not get completed and it needs to be readdressed, which is where we need to go within ourselves to find that answer of whether or not that's really what we want to do, so that we can leave the garbage behind, because somebody wasn't giving their all. That's what I was just told. Somebody was not giving their all in regards to the situation. So the past needs to be left where it is to find happiness, the Sun. All right, Scorpio, that was a little long-winded, got around to that, but we finally got that message because not everything is good as you think it is. They may be telling you one thing, but because we have the Hierophant in reverse, so that can lead to a divorce. It can also be misguidance. It can be somebody, you know, misleading you. It all kind of wraps up to the same thing there. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles, which is not putting forth, you know, the decision's been made. It's not worth the time. It's not worth the effort, which is where we are here. So with all this put together, let's have a look and see about the energies that are in here as far as major arcanas go in your zodiacs that are in here. We have Taurus that's made an appearance, Virgo. It looks like those are the exciting major arcanas that have made an appearance. Can be yours, theirs. You could be drawing on it. Only you know. Apply where appropriate, but for the most part, it's not always necessarily their energy or your energy, their zodiac or your zodiac. It can be just what you're drawing on or they're drawing on. So remember, the message can be directed to you or to them. Apply where appropriate. But I do look forward to our next read to find out where we sit and see what Spirit has to bring forward as far as messages go for you. Until then, may all your choices and decisions be very, very blessed.